So now things are starting to get really, really interesting. We uncovered the story this morning about Ripple partnering with this massively impactful company called Clear Junction. Obviously, Clear Junction brings a number of financial institutions to the table. I had no idea how prestigious. I didn't know how prestigious these some of these institutions were, but of course, I've taken the time to look into it just very briefly. We're going to dig into this deeper over time. But you do a brief search and you come across a few banks just to begin. One of them is Turicum Bank. Now, please smash that like button if you haven't already. You walked in the door, smash that like button, support the video, boost the video, keeps me fired up to keep the content coming. All right, I would appreciate that. Now, Turicum Bank here, and I'm going to read this from Clear Junction's website. It begins as such. Turicum Private Bank is a privately owned bank and wealth management company based in Gibraltar. It has been providing first-class financial services to clients, private clients, and high net worth individuals since 1993, which means they have great relationships. They're well established. They're well respected. And that's what they bring to the table. Now, this is what Ripple's going to get access to. And obviously, Clear Junction benefits from all of the different great things that the XRPL brings to the table, that Ripple brings to the table, and XRP brings to the table. Wait, let's continue on here. The new partnership with Turicum is a testament to the continued growth of Clear Junction as we continue to support global banks and financial institutions with a range of banking and payment solutions. And that's where obviously Ripple comes in. Because right now the world is in need for interoperability solutions. They're in need to make things cheaper and instantaneous and near instantaneous. And Ripple brings that to the table. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people believe XRP has a great amount of potential. Clear Junction's digital payments platform is built using proprietary technology, which obviously is going to be boosted massively by Ripple technology, XRPL based technology. All right, now, wait a minute. Let me go here. Let's see if this is where I have some information on Turicum. Now, Turicum is estimated to have a value. That's the first thing I always typically question. What's the value of this bank? Now, because they're a private bank, obviously all of their information is not going to be out there for the world to see. But it's estimated to be around $110 billion to $165 billion. I wish we could get our hands on some of their data to see how much money they're moving per day. But let's continue on here because we have another bank that comes up when you just do a brief search. So then there's this bank here called Dukascopy Bank. Let's find out a little bit about it. It gets interesting, folks. These are prestigious banks. These are not small timers. That means big money. And even more than big money, big connections, because big connections lead to even more money. And I don't know about you, but I'm here for the money. So I need all the companies using the XRPL to make big partnerships, make big connections, and bring in that big money. But it begins as such. Dukascopy Bank was founded in 1998 as a Swiss financial institution, initially focusing on providing online trading services. Over the years, it has expanded its services to include banking, payment systems, and financial markets infrastructure. Then we go down here to some of what they do: online trading, banking, payment systems, financial markets infrastructure. But that's not what's important. I just want to give you a base of what they do and who they are, right? Now it says here, as a private company, Dukascopy Bank's financial information is not publicly disclosed. However, according to various reports and estimates, here are some rough estimates of the bank's value. In 2020, Dukascopy Bank's assets under management were estimated to be around $1.6 billion. That was in 2020, and it's just an estimate. Let's continue. The bank's revenue was reportedly around $110 million, and that was in 2020. Once again, if you like this style of information, you like this style of video, smash that like button. Oh yeah, it doesn't hurt. Oh yeah, just take a second. In 2019, Dukascopy Bank's market capitalization was estimated to be around $550 million. All right. So then now, why do I keep saying these are prestigious or respected institutions? Here's some reasons right here. Listen to this. Dukascopy Bank has received several awards and recognition for its services and innovation, including, quote, Best Swiss Bank, unquote, award by the Swiss Bankers Association. Best Online Trading Platform award by the Global Banking and Finance Review. Best Payment Solution award by the Financial Times. This was in 2019. Now, listen, if this is who Clear Junction is bringing to the table, one of many, if they begin to use Clear Junction's upgraded services that have been upgraded by Ripple, if they're going to use XRPL-based systems and XRP at some point, I'm just putting it out there. No guarantees of anything, but they have the partnership. So this looks like where it's heading. If they use the system and they're satisfied, do you believe that they're not going to recommend Clear Junction and Ripple to other people? Do you believe that there is a possibility that the other companies or individuals that hear about Ripple and what they've done with Clear Junction, that they may not want to build something with Ripple or on the XRPL themselves, a direct product? I think there's a great possibility of that. I do. I think there's a lot of potential here. And that's when I'm looking long term at things, I think about potentiality. Period. That's what these are catalysts, possible catalysts. And then you just watch them over time to see what happens. So, okay. So there's that prestigious. That's a light search. Now, global reach. Listen, there's fragmentation and certain relationships will be limited. But I was highly impressed. Let me go here. Let me see if I can pull this up. I was highly impressed at the reach of Clear Junction, the global reach. Now, once again, because there has been fragmentation of the systems and you have the West breaking apart from BRICS nations breaking apart from the West. And then even amongst BRICS nations, there's a lot of siloing going on. You know, even between India and China, there's a lot of friction. So there's not always agreement. They're two massive world powers. I get it. So I'm taking that into account when I read this list. But still, the reach of Clear Junction is unbelievable. You have two massive global I'll say global reach powers. I don't know how to say it better than that. In Ripple, as well as Clear Junction, and they benefit greatly from each other. But listen to this list. These are specified countries. It says Clear Junction services are available in the following countries, among others. Listen to this list. Canada, Cape Verde, Chad, Chile, China, Christmas Island, Cocos Islands, Colombia, Comoros, Congo, Cyprus, Cote d'Ivoire, Czech Republic, Denmark, Djibouti. Now, keep in mind, if Ripple didn't have reach in some of these places, they will now. They'll have access now. And if Clear Junction doesn't have access to some of the regions that Ripple has planted firm roots, they do now. You see, it's the mutual benefit is there. And that means what? That means the capital can flow. That means access to all of this value will be possible at some point in the future if everything goes according to plan. Just my humble opinion. Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Estonia, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Falkland Islands, Faroe Islands, Finland, France, French Guyana, French Polynesia, French Southern Territories, Gabon, Gambia, Georgia, Germany, Ghana. It goes on and on and on. Their global reach is insane. This is who Ripple is partnering with. And what is Ripple pushing to the forefront? XRP. They made that very clear. Very clear. It's getting hot. It's getting intense. It's getting interesting, folks. In my humble opinion. Honduras, Hong Kong, Hungary. All right, we're going to stop there. You can always look this up for yourself. Very easily found. It wasn't difficult. So now we're going to move on. We have an article here, our first article of the day. This article is titled, let me scroll up. Bear with me 1 second. Pundit says XRP is the future, explaining how XRP will reach $10,000. This is their opinion. If you disagree, to each his own. No need to get worked up over things. I didn't write the article. No need to come at my head because of an article. I'm just a news anchor. Let me read the article. And I find it fun. So now, and I find it interesting. It says, recently, Robert Doyle, founder of Cryptonaires, asserted that XRP is the future, projecting a hypothetical price point of $10,000. Doyle, who goes by, quote, crypto sensei, unquote, in crypto community, expressed this sentiment in a recent analysis exploring XRP's utility in the payment market. Specifically, he grounded the $10,000 outlook for XRP on the expectation that XRP will be adopted by the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa as part of the financial system. That's interesting that maybe this is all he got to say. I would think that most people's views would encompass the globe, really. I mean, unless the United States continues to hold things back, and that's all they've done, or else we would have dominated already. I don't know how high XRP's price is going to go. I do know that $10 should be nothing for XRP in the future, in my humble opinion. $10, $15, $20, $25. We've gone over that before. The videos are still posted. That's just my personal belief. That's not financial advice. It doesn't mean you need to buy XRP or hold it. Not at all. Do what you want to do. All right. I only speak for me. But I would think that XRP, unless it's held back, could dominate globally. The new financial system as a whole, all of those coins could dominate globally, not just BRICS nation. They would dominate in the US. They would dominate in Europe, UK. They would dominate amongst the BRICS nations. Yes. No one is better than us. Nothing is better than XRP, period. It's not. You got a lot of them that are on par with XRP. They're on the same level. XRP, XLM, Algorand. Who knows what they're going to do in the future? I don't know. I don't run these companies, but I do know the potential is there. That's all I can tell you. And then show you the research. But yes, sure, that's a part of it. Brazil, Russia, China, BRICS nations is a part of it, yes. But I think mostly through their fragmentation of the systems, because now they don't have interoperability. They need interoperability. There's not one system anymore. It's a multipolar world, which I have an article at the end that actually goes into that if we make it that far. But this person, I believe, is on the right track, you know. But it says here, XRP as a settlement asset. It says Doyle pointed out the global necessity for a reliable settlement currency to facilitate cross-continental money transfers without depending on a single nation's currency, such as the US dollar. Moreover, he suggested that XRP could be more appealing to nations within BRICS that are dealing with less stable currencies. Yeah, that's a good point. Furthermore, Crypto Sensei reinforced his point by citing Ripple's growing partnerships with prominent, now that's a catalyst, prominent financial institutions worldwide, like we just covered this morning with Clear Junction. If you didn't see that video, please go watch that video. Smash the like button on that video. Smash the like button on this video. So it says bold projection for tokenization market supporting XRP $10,000 outlook. It's this person's opinion. I never feel any type of way for someone's opinion at all. I'm like, oh, that's what they think. Okay. Well, I actually feel good that someone's actually willing to speak and say what they think. Additionally, the industry commentator supported the case for a 10,000 XRP valuation by referencing its prospective role in the burgeoning tokenization sector, which obviously is trillions. Another good point. He drew attention to forecasts suggesting that the tokenization market could expand by 80-fold within the next 5 years. Yes, and we heard a lot of experts say the same. All right, so that was a fun article. Like I said, you don't have to agree with his price. You don't. It's not. I'm not here to tell you to think this way or that way. I don't know why people keep behaving as such in the comment section. I don't know. Now, let's move here. This article here is a Bitcoin article. This article is titled, Robert Kiyosaki predicts Bitcoin to hit $350,000 by this date. Listen, I'm going to be 100% completely honest with you, raw with you. When it comes to Bitcoin, like I said, some things are long hold, some things are not. Some things are 50-50 for me. There's a portion of Bitcoin that I will put away. It's for the long term. Heck, I might even hand it down. That's how long I might hold it. I might hold that half of what I have. I might hold it so long that I might just hand it down to other people that are worthy within my family. But there's half of it that there's no way. That's the movable part. This is short term. There's no way I'm waiting until 350,000. I just don't trust it. And I don't want to become someone else's exit liquidity. I'm not. No. No. 150,000 I might be out. I said 100,000 to 120,000, but my max, I think 150,000, I'm satisfied. I'm telling you. I don't trust it. I think a lot of people will say things to boost up the price. Now, don't get me wrong. Bitcoin has all the potential in the world, but I think a lot of people say things to keep you there. They're real influencers. They're real manipulators. I'm not saying about Robert Kiyosaki. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I see a lot of astronomical predictions for Bitcoin, and I wonder sometimes they're trying to, condition people's minds to stay in there while they're taking profit. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. But 350,000? Is it possible? Sure, yes. Bitcoin has all the catalysts in the world. I just don't know if I'll be around to see that. I don't know about that. Gains start looking too good. I got to take some profit. Anyway, as he continues to warn about a financial crisis in the United States and the world, popular investor and author Robert Kiyosaki has predicted that one of his favorite assets to help protect oneself against this economic demise, Bitcoin, could hit the price of 350,000 by August 2024. He said late August. Mr. Kiyosaki, what is making you say that? Specifically, the author of the best-selling personal finance book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, expressed his confidence that the maiden cryptocurrency could reach the stellar price of 350,000 by August 25th. What's making you say that? That's so close. Isn't Bitcoin only around 70,000 right now? You think it's going to skyrocket like that? Man, I thought it was going to be a longer time period, folks. I thought maybe he was going to say next year, but he's saying in August. So now let me give some other thoughts. If Bitcoin goes to 350,000 by August, everything else is going to skyrocket like people have never seen before. I would love for that to happen. I keep Bitcoin on my mind as a prime money maker, but also as a catalyst. Everything else would skyrocket. So I'll take it. If it goes there, I'll take it. All right. So now let's move on here. We may have to skip this article. It was about oil and copper. Let's skip that one. Let's move on. I don't think I'm going to have that much time. Okay, let's cover this because I believe it's important. This article is titled, New Law Grants U.S. President Power to Block Digital Asset Access. What? And I'm quite sure they have some reason. They're like, well, to protect you from this, we're going to need this power. That's how they always get power. The problem is that most of the time those powers are misused. It says a new U.S. law grants the president unprecedented authority to block access to digital assets, sparking significant concerns about its broad implications and political and potential impact on users. I personally don't like any man having power, any type of, I don't believe any man has any power over me. That's number one. But I don't like anyone believing they have power over me at all. I don't like that, because I know that how did somebody said something one time, a long time ago. Everything's corrupted once man touches it. I think it was Tupac Amaru Shakur. He had a lot of wise sayings for such a young man back then. But anyway, everything man touches, they corrupt it. And power corrupts. A new law grants the United States president sweeping powers to block access to digital assets, drawing significant concern from commentators on X. They should be concerned. Scott Johnson, a prominent voice in the digital assets field, criticized the law for its broad scope on June the 6th, stating, quote, "It's hard to see how this isn't intended to be a user-level ban power by the president on any protocol/smart contract that's deemed by the Treasury Secretary to be, quote, controlled, operated, or made available, unquote, by a foreign sanctions violator. Breathtaking scope and implications corral users to KYC permission chains, unquote." Good point, sir. An ex-user posted Senator Mark Warner's apparent strategic insertion of legislation elements on June the 5th, enabling the scrutinized new sweeping powers granted to the U.S. president over digital assets. It says on Mondays, he wrote an entire paper, so we're going to have to skip that little piece, but they have a quote here. It says, quote, any communication protocol, smart contract, or other software deployed through the use of DLT and that provides a mechanism for users to interact and agree to terms of a trade for digital assets, unquote. The new law broadly defines as, quote, digital assets, unquote. I don't know, man. There's just I just wanted to put that on your table, right? I just wanted to put that on your table. There's too many power grabs going on. It doesn't look good, in my humble opinion. You can't give people too much power over you. You can't. They're not your parents. They're not your kings. They're not your gods. They are just people. People with problems and biases and such. You can't give them too much power. I don't care. I don't care who they are. Now, let's move on here. All right, moving right along. So now, that has implications. So what happens if the new financial system is coming together, is gluing the BRICS nations together with the West? Anytime that a U.S. president wants to say, hey, you got to stop working with the BRICS nation, they just press a button and then they can just cut off those relationships. I said press a button, but I don't mean that literally. All right. But so there's implications there. So now this article is titled Money 2020 Traditional Financial Institutions, need to merge with blockchain technology. Yep, the money is coming. It says needs to merge. Didn't I say that all this time since I've been here? I said they need us. Now they're confirming it. At a panel discussion at Money 2020, Ripple's Cassie Craddock, Domin Networks' Loana Serpentanu, and Kraken's Kaushik Stankia, my apologies, explored the evolution of blockchain technology and its security implications of the emerging market. All panelists agreed on the importance of merging traditional finance with blockchain technology to understand its wider impact and the future of blockchain. Serpentanu noted, quote, blockchain helps optimize and attract consumers in creative industries. The coexistence of Tradfi and blockchain is already a reality and will continue to evolve, unquote. Throughout Money 2020, speakers have emphasized the importance of interoperability, and Serpentanu echoed this sentiment by stating that interoperability prevents fragmentation, which is what they're experiencing across the globe right now, which even Janet Yellen talked about, which even Kristalina Georgieva, see, I remember the name this time, which even Kristalina Georgieva of the IMF spoke about earlier this year, fragmentation and her concern about it. It says prevents fragmentation in blockchains and fosters innovation, which means what also? That means that what I've been saying about the new financial system being the glue is true, or could become the glue, rather. It's not the glue yet, but it is becoming the glue. The panelists cited the need for centralized exchanges as a way to secure platforms for retail and institutional customers to engage with crypto. Reflecting on the past year, the panel delved into the substantial growth of the crypto market, especially in the blockchain market. In 2017, while joining Citigroup, the mantra was blockchain, not crypto. Since then, the focus has shifted back to infrastructure, unquote, Serpentanu said. Quote, we now talk about a crypto market cap exceeding $2.6 trillion USD. Serpentanu was focused on developing a technology that validates and authenticates data across different blockchains, allowing users to exchange digital items for physical ones. Yes, it's the whole phygital thing. So now, let's see what we have left. We have a little bit of time here. We're going to close out with this article here. I think this is a good one. This article was titled, Everything Will Go Up. Analyst unveils timeline for round 2 of the crypto bull run. So let's find out what they have to say. Pseudonymous analyst Immortal tells his followers on X, quote, before you know it, everything will go up again. Also, before you know it, the cycle will be over. The first rate cut will be the trigger for round 2 of the bull run. Don't be sad. Be ready. Generational wealth will be made in the coming months, unquote. Very interesting. I like how this person speaks. I do. All right. So we're going to close out with that one. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.